We are here. It's match day 6. And I'm going to keep referring to these as match days, even if it's not one per day anymore. Anyway, we're here. Second match of the quarterfinals. We've got Joe and Wego doing battle today. On a previous episode, we saw Preston's team just barely edge out Jacob's team, 41-38. That was an instant classic. If you missed it, you really missed out. I also don't know if I'm too loud right now, so sorry if anyone's actually watching, and rip your ears. But yeah, so second match of the quarterfinals, Joe and Wego. After that, tonight we're going to tackle Gibby and Crayon, and then that's probably where we'll put a pin in it until, I don't know, Thursday or so. But yeah, otherwise, in our Ninals bracket, we've got the folks that lost in the first round. That would be Sprite, myself, Colin, and Rob. And we've got Jacob falling to the Fiveals bracket here. So things starting to take shape, but of course, still a long ways to go. I think we're only, 5 games in is a quarter of the way through this thing. So we ride. All right. With that, let's get toward the game here. Raiders and Jets. This will be our first appearance of Joe's Jets in this tournament. Raiders previously seen beating Sprite just barely, 39-36. One might argue Sprite's team looked a bit better throughout that game, but hey, a win's a win. So this should be a good matchup. Overall wise, again, ignore the ones in the game because those are hilariously wrong in how they're calculated. The ones I got on these images are from a different spot in the game. It's just the franchise mode when you start them up, and for some reason that one makes more sense. But anyway, the away team, Wego, his Raiders, second appearance. We've got Derek Carr, so a rare occurrence of the quarterback of the team for that year, still being on that team in this tournament. Justin Fields backing him up. As always with these tournaments, I set the rosters, and if anyone wants to make any requests to changes of their rosters, they're allowed to at any time, just not during a game, but anytime between games. So if you want to see the excitement of Justin Fields doing scrambler stuff, that's always an option. You can sub him in. But until further notice, Derek Carr is the guy doing it. He already got one win, so why bench him now? Running backs, we've got Ezekiel Elliott, as of today, a new member of the New England Patriots, and Kareem Hunt probably doing most of the work here today. Damian Harris and Raheem Mostert backing them up. Mostert, I think Lockett takes the kick return, so never mind. I was going to say Mostert might be the kick returner, but I don't think that's the case. Wide receiver trio, Stephon Diggs, Tyler Lockett, and Marquise Hollywood Brown. Khalif Raymond and Nico Collins backing them up. Tight ends, we got a duo of Cole Kmet and Noah Fant. The Raiders defense, of course. And 2 rostered kickers, but Tyler Bass will be the one doing all of it unless some freak injury happens. Over on the home side, Joe's Jets, first appearance here. We've got the bad man, Deshaun Watson, at the starting role, and Brock Purdy backing him up. Running back, we've got Dalvin Cook, a brand new member of the actual New York Jets, so we'll get a first look of him in his new uniform, I guess. And Alvin Kamara, he'll be doing work as well. So Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara. Then behind them will be Jamal Williams, J.K. Dobbins, and James Cook, so both Cook brothers over here. Wide receiver trio, Terry McLaurin, Cortland Sutton, and Jay Williams. I should have actually written that out. I'm assuming that's Jameson Williams, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Because that's also J.A.M. Williams, so that's extra confusing. Anyway, behind those 3, we've got Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Mac Hollins, and Jamal Agnew. Tight end, we've got George Kittle and Zach Ertz, very strong duo, possibly the best one in this tournament. I'd have to double check the rosters. Of course, the Jets defense and Chris Boswell doing the kicking. So let's jump into this. As always, quick presentation with 12-minute quarters and 15-second accelerated clock. I think everything else is probably fine. Gonna double check that. Yeah, okay. I've already goofed it up multiple times and had to restart a game, so trying to avoid that as much as possible. We've got the Jets in all black and the Raiders in all white today. Continuing with our quarterfinal color rush theme.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's complete right side to Kmet. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
These Raiders jerseys are hard to read the number at a quick glance. I can see why they don't use them very often.
All I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him
hit as he throws there, so that could have been a spicy one, but oh yeah, it was hilariously underthrown, and Marquise was just the first one to turn around. Sauce Gardner on the tackle.
The quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there.
Big boy first down. Raiders charging now. Heading to the opposite side of the field.
Puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing
I feel like Zeke blatantly ignored that hole that was open for him just so he could run into the back of his blocker.
2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On play action, now Carr. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4.
His offense is looking pretty smooth out of the gate.
Territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken
I guess,
down
yeah, except for the run game. But now I think he's in the positive again. Good job, Zeke.
Throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 7, Carr, and his pass incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Carr. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there.
Another one of those plays that's 3rd and medium, and it's just not schemed up to actually get a first down. Very frustrating way for a drive down.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
So now Tyler Bass here for the first points of the game.
They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
There it is. Wego leads 3-0. Halfway through the first quarter.
3-0 advantage. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
out as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The New York set to take the field. Now a first down throw. Watson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I'm going to be honest, at a quick glance, I saw the dude with long hair and the number 4 on his jersey, and I was like, oh, we're seeing Dalvin Cook already.
And see the play develop in front of
Not so.
They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Call it a gain of 5
There's
that
the
time,
Dalvin Cook debut, and I got him in number 33, so none of this matters. Oh, right, because Deshaun's got to wear 4.
Pretty decent gain. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Out of the gun, Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Nice little run for the bad man, getting up near midfield.
Able to scramble for the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st and 10, Watson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Jets first
Timely
down
conversion. Jets keep marching.
3rd and 2. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook.
Massive hole. They can't make the tackle. Huge run for Dalvin. Big touchdown for Joe early on.
38 yards for Dalvin Cook. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up
pretty
a
impressed with
first
both
down.
of these offenses so far.
Slant route's
Both
effective
seem
no
able
matter
to
who's
move
running the
pretty
route
well.
and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature,
Might
you have to be a
end
little
up with a
bit
fun
more
little
precise
high-scoring
throwing
game.
it.
Who
You
knows?
don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A give to Elliott running left.
Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. On the counter, Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And Diggs has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. 14 yards that time for number 14.
All the makings of
and this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going
I feel like Diggs would have held on to that one in real
chance
life.
for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Carr to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Although, yeah, if Wego's team is going to keep getting stopped short, like right up by the end zone and the red zone and such, that's going to be a long game.
And knocked him down to force a 4th down.
That doesn't exactly scale.
The kick
I think
by
we all
Bass
understand
is
that.
good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Let's play now, baby. Let's play. Let's dominate this. They can't stop us. Yeah, go right now. Let's go. Keep our poise. Let's go, baby. Let's get some love. Come on, let's go. Let's move around. Make a play ball, baby. Let's do this, man. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That's good for a Jet first down.
Looked like he wanted to do some damage on that play.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run again on first down. Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now it's Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
For the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. This complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it.
Bad bounce from A.J. Cole there.
Into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Making all the difference.
Now this offense back out
Probably
and set
not,
to
but
go
you never
for
know.
their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure
see if we can get Jamison Williams in open space at some point this game.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this one is incomplete.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to do it. You figure you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That was almost
Not
amazing.
Sure what happened out there,
That bounced off a helmet, didn't it?
Was a little off on that throw.
I kind of wanted to see that one get
defender,
picked by some
so
D
what am I
lineman.
going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Dances by him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
No, Lamont's fine as
We're
decomposing.
going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
That said, Cook and Kamara are breaking enough tackles where I feel like they could score on any play if they want to.
Downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Watson throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
We almost had Jameson Williams in open
space. They're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First down, here's the run with Cook. That's some strong running there.
This is a nerdy comment to make, but Cook had a massive block on that play. Broke that whole wide open.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Cook's just leaving the huddle. He's like, all right, whistle blew, gotta go.
Watson on first down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play
Can't
gets
believe I'm
him
saying
6
this, but
yards
the Texans offensive line is opening up some massive running
getting
holes.
him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it.
I guess I don't know that much about the Texans offensive line. I just assumed they were bad because the Texans were bad.
No doubt about it.
Oh my God, this is the Cleveland line. I'm so stupid. Deshaun's a Cleveland Brown now.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's good hard running right there.
I guess the Browns, who are a known running team, would have a good run blocking unit.
Pressure on that defense.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll go backwards.
Ooh, rare
losing
Jamal
yardage
Williams
to the
sighting.
5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. Dancing to his
Surely a
and
holding
that's
call.
A touchdown.
Surely a holding
There
call.
is a flag down on the field.
Jack
We'll have to see
Conklin.
what this is
Womp
about.
womp.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Did he rip Chandler Jones's arm off?
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Watson. To the end zone,
Ooh, the late
but it's
breakup.
incomplete.
Fourth
Not
down.
only did he have a chance to
Massive play
scan
by
the
Rock
field
Ya-Sin.
there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that
15
good.
yards. Yeah, this is going to be a
Unfortunately
field
for
goal.
him,
Huge
the
stop by
coverage
the defense
downfield,
there.
equally good.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Carr now on first down. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Carr to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it.
Checkdowns only.
He is able to keep the
Is that what the Raiders' offense is? Checkdowns only?
So the gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw his Carr. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he gets
another
this
check
up
down, but that one gets the
35
first down.
before he's out of bounds.
They're really playing for the field goal here.
5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
The Carr's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. It's complete to Diggs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Carr now on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Carr again. He'll get this to Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a
somehow
lost
near field goal
opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a
bring him
little
into
extra
field
to
goal
it when it
range.
comes on 3rd
Unbelievable.
down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. 3rd down incompletion, 4th down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to 1st down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half.
3-point little gift there by the
So
Madden
we've hit
gods.
halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast
13-9.
now to Orlando.
Joe leading
That's
over
where we
Wego.
find Jonathan Coachman.
Second half,
ready
here we
with our
come.
EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Watson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air yet again, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about
Asking
a
for a
two-score
friend.
game, and
Does
they're
anyone know how
probably
to turn
on
the
their
dipshit
way,
slider
creating
rate
an
to normal?
excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it
That's
off.
great timing.
And the
Joe being
Jets
like,
are
all
gonna
right, I'm going to
take
head out.
possession
They're
of
doing
the
better without me.
football.
As soon as he sends that, Sauce Gardner with the interception.
They'll try the wide side with Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble.
Quick
but
little
now
3
they're
and out
looking at a
though,
4th down
so not making as much of the interception as could be, but should be enough to get those 3 points back that were given away right before the half.
Into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Boswell's kick is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
From the 27, Carr throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these
at this point, I think
that
it's fair to say my initial hope for an offensive shootout may have been misguided. But the game is strategic nonetheless.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr now to throw. Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's got a man.
Big
complete.
ball.
That's a gain
Put
of
it in the
nearly
big
40
box.
yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Not quite. They were too far to put it in the big box. But, you know.
When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Inside get and hit behind the line. He lost the football.
Oh, my goodness.
It's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
Oh, no, that's
going to
be 6.
Offside. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it.
I don't know why Joe wanted the dipshit slider changed. The dipshit slider seems to be working in his favor.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. Now it's Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Bryce Huff completely unblocked in the play.
And it brings up 2nd. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former third
This is the time where the Jets defense shines, huh? 4th
Okay, I'm
and
not
33.
sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return, here's Agnew. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Jets will take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Out of the gun, Watson. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Watson on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this one
Goodness.
inside the 15,
Yeah, this is
just a yard or
this
two
is
shy of
the
the
Joe
10.
half, I think.
Well, that's one way to
We
convert
were back
on
and
third
forth the
down,
first
picking
half,
up
and this feels like the
26
Joe half.
yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, it's Cook again. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only
Gotta give credit where it's due. The Raiders defense is swarming to these run plays.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Third and 2, Watson. Touchdown, Jets.
Easy pitch and catch, George Kittle.
And the
That's going
Jets
to be,
will
what,
have the
21-point lead
here
for
in
Joe?
the final minute of the third.
Not bad.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raiders offense ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be
I will
good
say, for
teammates
the
right here. What I mean by
previous
that
urgency of this
possess the
Raiders
ball for a
offense,
little while. Get at least
that's
2
not going to
first
jive with
downs.
needing a
Give their defense a
3-score
chance to settle
comeback in
down
the
a
fourth
little
quarter.
bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now Carr. He's going to get this complete here to Lockett.
Oh, my.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That must have been like some zone scheme that got stretched incredibly deep. Lockett was wide open in the middle.
But they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to
That
finish
pancake
strong.
going on
so
there, just rolling
oftentimes in
on
this
top of that
situation,
dude.
you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a
no
moral
look.
victory or, boy, something
That
that
was
feels
nuts.
a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd and goal, Carr. And this is caught.
Well, that's one.
Raiders.
They're going to make a comeback. You got to start early.
Tyler Lockett from 8 yards out. And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. Ain't no joke out here around home, boy. Hey, been there, done that. Once again, we got to get it done every week. Get it takes you again. I got my partner rolled out for you. Let's go, boy. Let's go. I bet you want it, boys. They can't beat us straight up. Y'all got time. Let's go. Let's ride.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, it's Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run.
That Max is on it.
Lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
All right, so I guess the 3rd quarter was the Joe quarter, not the second half
being the Joe half. You with his mobility,
this
but
is
that
looking
time
like all Wego all 4th quarter.
And get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott.
It looked like it wanted to go into like a shoestring tackle animation and then just decided not to.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Carr. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This one to the sideline. He's got it.
This Raiders playbook is just all these like check down plays on 3rd and short. It's gonna screw him over. It's gonna screw over Wego in the long run. This is terrible.
Here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass?
Is this like a West Coast offense where it's like either a touchdown or a check down sort of thing? But I feel like with Madden AI, it like never picks the deep ball option.
Agnew now to return. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't
this
they?
is full
So
bleed
frustrating
clock mode.
defensively. You're
Joe's
a play
going for the throw
away
here.
from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no
And
more than that. 2nd down.
Okay, so Delvin Cook went down apparently by his own teammate's hand. Did not get whistled down, and in the time it took him to get up and get 1 more yard, then Wyatt Teller was called for a holding penalty. Oh, now that's Madden 23 right there.
They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Watson now to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think that holding penalty is really gonna do in this drive.
We've seen
That's
going
to be like the last gasp of chance for Wego's team is getting the ball back with like 4-ish minutes left.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be taken
the yardage
down right at
and
the
a face mask.
40-yard line.
Oh gosh, never
So
mind.
he's
Jets are
already
in
a gain on
business.
the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting
Nice.
your defense
Replay of the previous
on its heels
play.
just a little bit more.
Love that.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued.
Nate Hobbs on that tackle, ILL.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees, And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
What is that
Incomplete, but a
penalty?
penalty
Holding.
flag is down in the
Oh my
backfield.
gosh. So not just
Let's
a
get
bad
the
play,
call.
but then also 10
And they
yards
were
on
looking
top
to
of that.
throw, holding on the big right tackle.
This
It's
game
real
is losing
simple,
the plot
partner. Keep
here.
your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I forgot to check earlier, but
Now
it looks
we'll
like my
play
boy
fake, and
Ethan
it's
Posick
Watson.
is back in the game.
They'll roll
Lamont's
him out
finest.
right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I like what he showed me in this game because he certainly has understood when it was time to scramble with the ball. On this play, he shows me that he knows when to throw it away as well.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds
That
up
means
getting
field
pretty
goal, but
decent
that also
yardage.
means back to a 3-possession
Decent
game.
gain on
So
the
that
scramble to
is
6, but
probably the
now
final
it's
nail
4th.
with the way
Like any
Madden
team
AI
plan,
works.
they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
DB in the chat saying all that for a field goal, what a shame. Yes, but also he killed 4.5 minutes and brought it back from 2 scores to 3 scores. So it still kind of did its job.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this
Yeah, no,
one.
that was
The Raider
Joe
offense
stepping
now
on the neck
making
with
their
that
way
drive.
toward the huddle.
Raiders had a
And the
drive,
complexion of this one has really
2 different
changed a
drives in the
fair
first
amount.
quarter that were like
last
that,
field goal
super
makes it a
long, super
3-score
arduous,
game, so they need
and then
points
field goal
in a
down by
hurry
like the
with
15-yard
time
line.
dwindling in the fourth quarter.
That is
Carr
kind
and
of the Raiders I
come
know.
up first
I
and
don't know if
10
those
at their
extra 8-ish
25-yard
points would save
line.
them now.
They'll try and start this drive
Really,
in
the
the
fumble,
air. He's
scoop
got
and
the
score
connection
for
over
Joe's
the middle
team
to
was kind of
Diggs.
the
And they get him down,
stamp
but
on
not
it all,
before
I
he
think.
takes it across the 40-yard line.
But we'll see him play out. They might have some
Play
heart.
going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Was that DPI
So
by the
flag
same
for
guy
the
who almost
contact,
intercepted it?
pass interference.
That's kind of fitting,
And I know
actually.
that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Carr now on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we
Carr
talk
looking
about
for
in
a call
basketball
there, not
that cause
getting one.
disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And Diggs has it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end.
All right,
I
2-minute
think they
warning.
let their guard down a little bit with that
My
last
analysis here
completion.
is this is just a
Sometimes when
formality.
you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And this ball incomplete.
If that was a touchdown, I would have flipped my tune immediately and gotten super hyped.
Not hang on. Second down coming
I guess
up.
it's still 3 possessions, but still, like, oh man, that would have been sick.
Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And this is incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception.
I think just roster construction-wise, like,
for hanging in there.
Wego was kind of up against it in this game to begin
despite
with.
the amount of pressure he's been under this
Joe had, like,
now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
4 superstar
Here's
or
Carr.
better guys with abilities on the field on offense.
And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they
maybe
can.
one.
Yeah, this is
Probably
actually
just
the
big.
easy part of the game for them because
like
just as you noted, they can
block
sit
it.
back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game
Offense
using a
to
variety
offense.
of coverages.
Joe had a pretty big advantage going in. I think he had one on offensive line too.
Now Carr, got to have this one.
All right, what do we got?
Going deep
Big boy
for
ball,
Diggs.
out of
And
bounds,
it's incomplete.
turnover
They
on
cannot
downs.
convert, and they
This
turn
may be
it
the
over. They
the
had to
territory
go
where the
for it
Raiders
with
don't even
such
bother with
little time
timeouts.
remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Yeah, we're firmly in losing team, no timeouts territory.
He made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So there you have it, 33-16. Kudos to Joe. You can see he is moving on to the semifinals to face Preston and his Broncos. We get the Nathaniel Hackett Bowl there. Meanwhile, Wego, after a pretty good pre-quarters and a just okay quarterfinals, is dropping down to the 5-0 bracket. He'll take on Jacob in that first round. And, of course, the loser of our next 2 games will be on the other side of it. So that's going to do it for match day 6. We're going to take about a 10-15 minute break. Then we'll be back here to kick off Gibby and Crayon. See you then.